The Premier League title race has officially entered its most dramatic stage, and Manchester City have once again proven why they are considered one of the most dangerous and mentally strong teams in world football. In a tense and emotional battle against Burnley, Pep Guardiola's side secured a crucial 1-0 victory away from home thanks to an early strike from Erling Haaland. The result pushed Manchester City back to the top of the Premier League table, overtaking Arsenal on goals scored after both clubs became level on points and goal difference. Even though City dominated the match from start to finish and created countless opportunities to score more goals, Haaland made it absolutely clear after the final whistle that statistics and scorelines mean nothing at this stage of the season if the team continues winning matches and collecting points. The Norwegian striker delivered a strong message after the game, insisting that victory is the only thing that matters in the race for the Premier League title. Before we continue, subscribe to the channel and leave your like so you never miss the latest football news, breaking stories, exclusive reactions, transfer updates, and everything happening in the world of football. Manchester City entered the match knowing that the pressure was enormous. Arsenal had already set the pace in the title race, and Guardiola's players understood that dropping points against Burnley could seriously damage their hopes of winning another Premier League crown. From the opening whistle, City looked determined to take control of the game. They dominated possession, pushed Burnley deep into their own half, and immediately began creating dangerous opportunities. It did not take long for the breakthrough to arrive. Just 5 minutes into the match, Erling Haaland produced another decisive moment for Manchester City. The Norwegian striker found space inside the penalty area and calmly finished to give City the lead. The goal silenced the home crowd and gave Guardiola's side the perfect start in one of the most important matches of their season. Haaland celebrated with intensity because he understood exactly how important that goal could become in the title race. What many expected after the early opener was a dominant Manchester City victory with several more goals. The visitors continued attacking relentlessly throughout the match and produced an incredible number of chances. City finished the game with 28 shots, 9 on target, 2 efforts hitting the woodwork, and 11 corner kicks. Despite all that attacking pressure, they could not find a second goal. Burnley somehow remained alive in the match, and that created tension as the game progressed. Ryan Cherky nearly shocked Manchester City supporters when his powerful effort was deflected onto the crossbar. Later in the second half, Haaland himself came agonizingly close to scoring again, only to see his strike crash against the post. As the minutes passed, nervousness started to grow because Burnley still had a chance to steal a late equalizer. In stoppage time, Nico O'Reilly missed a huge opportunity that could have guaranteed victory for City, forcing Guardiola's side to survive a stressful ending before finally securing the 3 points. The defeat confirmed Burnley's relegation, adding even more emotion to the night. However, for Manchester City, the most important thing was leaving the stadium with a victory that placed them at the top of the Premier League standings. After the final whistle, much of the attention shifted toward Erling Haaland and his reaction during the post-match interview. Reporters repeatedly questioned the striker about Manchester City's inability to convert more of their opportunities despite dominating the game so heavily. Because the title race is extremely close and could potentially be decided by goals scored, journalists wanted to know if Haaland was worried that City failed to score more goals against a struggling Burnley side. At first, the Norwegian answered calmly and diplomatically. He admitted that Manchester City had created many opportunities but insisted that the only thing that truly mattered was securing the victory. Haaland explained that at this point of the season, players cannot become obsessed with scoring many goals or entertaining performances. Instead, they must focus entirely on winning matches. He repeated several times that the mentality inside the squad is simple: win the game by any means necessary. According to Haaland, it does not matter if the result is 1-0, 2-0, or 5-0 as long as Manchester City continue collecting points and staying ahead in the title race. However, as the interview continued and reporters kept asking similar questions about missed chances and attacking inefficiency, Haaland's frustration became increasingly visible. The striker eventually responded sharply after hearing another question about the team's finishing problems. Clearly irritated, he told reporters not to focus on goals but to focus on winning, reminding them that he had already repeated the same answer multiple times. His reaction quickly spread across social media, where many fans praised his mentality and determination. Supporters argued that Haaland's comments perfectly reflected the mentality required to win championships. Others believed his frustration showed just how intense the pressure has become in this year's Premier League title battle. Regardless of opinions, one thing became undeniable after that interview. Erling Haaland is completely focused on helping Manchester City win another Premier League title, and he is unwilling to allow distractions or criticism to affect the team's mentality during the final stretch of the season. Manchester City now find themselves level with Arsenal on 70 points after 33 matches played. Even more incredibly, both clubs also share the exact same goal difference. The only reason City currently lead the table is because they have scored 3 more goals than Arsenal across the season. That tiny margin highlights just how close and dramatic this title race has become. Every goal, every point, and every moment could ultimately decide who lifts the Premier League trophy at the end of the campaign. Guardiola's experience in these situations could become one of Manchester City's biggest advantages. The club has been involved in multiple intense title races over recent years and understands how to handle pressure during the final weeks of the season. Time and time again, Manchester City have shown the ability to grind out victories even when performances are not perfect. Against Burnley, they once again demonstrated that champion mentality. Instead of panicking after missing several opportunities, the team remained disciplined, stayed focused defensively, and protected their lead until the final whistle. That ability to survive difficult moments often separates champions from the rest. The schedule ahead remains extremely demanding for Manchester City. Guardiola's players must now quickly shift their attention toward an important FA Cup semi-final clash against Southampton before returning to Premier League action against Everton. Fatigue, injuries, and pressure could all become decisive factors in the coming weeks. However, confidence inside the squad appears incredibly strong. Haaland himself emphasized after the match that the team must continue maintaining momentum and remain fully focused on every upcoming challenge. The Norwegian striker insisted that Manchester City have enjoyed a strong run of form recently and must continue pushing forward with the same winning mentality. His comments should serve as a warning to Arsenal and every other rival still hoping to stop Manchester City from winning another league title. Guardiola's side know exactly how to handle these moments, and they now control their own destiny in the race for the championship. Perhaps the most dangerous aspect for Manchester City's rivals is the fact that the team could still improve. Despite producing 28 shots against Burnley, Guardiola's side were not clinical enough in front of goal. If City begin finishing chances more efficiently while maintaining their current defensive discipline and winning mentality, they could become unstoppable during the final weeks of the campaign. For now, though, Erling Haaland remains focused on one simple objective above everything else: winning. Not style, not statistics, not headlines, just victories. According to the Norwegian superstar, that is the mentality required to become champions. Manchester City have climbed to the top of the Premier League table once again, and with Haaland leading the charge, the pressure on Arsenal continues to grow with every passing match day.